Your name is spelled different than the Muppet guy. Cartel war. All America can justify what Trump does to drug cartels, Army veteran argues. Why are you arguing? Just stand up for Loris Perez. Stop acting like a trained dog killing pussy face. Wouldn't it be better if you were, what you should do is, hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog. Near, far. Be like your namesake. That I think he spells his with an E, right? Yeah, so Jim Henson. He's one of my favorites. Anybody else like Jim Henson a lot? Yeah. I don't want to talk about Jim Henson. You go, well, if we start packing them up like corkboard, it's like they're human beings that are trained to be killer dogs for killer dogs like you. Okay? Stand up for the Lord's Prayer without fear. Okay? You saw, you probably, he doesn't know. He probably didn't. Jim, you didn't get to see that little Peckerwood try to punch me in the face, sucker punch me with my groceries. You didn't see that? You didn't, did Jim Dick Cheney and his buddies get that practice where I jumped over Chris? Did they tell you about the fastest running human being in the history of the world? Yeah, I could kick the special out of your forces anytime I want to, but I don't. Because I sit here and get chemically poisoned because your scientists mindfuck people of economics just like you just cut what the god damn. It's horrible what they do to people. They don't think. It's like people that go into a bar or pop it up. Yeah, it won't hurt when I fall down from this bar stool. It won't hurt when I stumble in the street. Because you can't have sex with who you want to. You'll pickle your brain till you die. Or you'll get run over by a car because you're drunk. You can't have sex with a certain person. I mean, I understand that to a certain degree. Okay. But that radically changes when you end economic conflict and competition. Then you have people that can get up and do their everyday needs, and then when they get certain times, it's like, okay, all my everyday needs are some. I'm gonna see where people get like the lonely guy with Steve Martin. Don't get a fast dog. They like to show you how fast they are. Or lonely dogs, they howl all the time, right? You could go to that bridge in New York where everybody that's lonely is gonna go jump off, and you could meet Bernadette Peters or whoever it was, and then save each other's lives by, hey. But no extortion, exploitation, right? The only people I think that would want to jump off a bridge once we live the Lord's Prayer are the assholes like this on TV. Hey, let's go kill people because we got to kill people because it's fun. It's not fun at all. It's horrible to have to engage people in aggression and violence. Okay. They say that, well, when I check out, when I get really fed up with abuse and selfishness, I don't feel, I've never physically, snapped their neck or killed them. So I've never had that. It never happens. They always back down or walk away and say, oh, I'm feeling graceless to death. I'm not going to kill you or kick your ass. Yeah, like I haven't heard that 7,000 times in my life. But so I've never had to because of the scientific community. Had to kill any of these people like Joel. Hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog on Fox News, right? And so he gets off on it. Yeah, I told you that when they had me go deliver the stuff to the combat Carls in the Air Force, and I saw them all getting ready to go to Panama, and they're all jocks, the football players. It's like, knowing damn well, yeah, they probably didn't. They probably kept them in the dark, but everybody in the Pentagon saying, I know I could kick all their asses. Look at that big old, linebacker, quarterback face, It's like, it'd be real easy, yeah. Please don't do that. Children need to live in a peaceful world. I'm going to go drop a can of okay. I'm going to just snap your neck before we ever get in the plane. Then we're going to spread the Lord's Prayer to Panama. And then, wow, what a nice canal. Listen to the howler monkeys. It really pisses you off. But, I can't tell you what's going on with. They said that Obama killed more people with drones than anybody. He was in 8 years, so he killed lots of people with drones. Right? Well, he was feeling uppity. Yeah. Then he pardoned more drug dealers than he's a fucking hero, man. He's a fucking hero. Yeah, watches the Messiah's family get sexually abused and compromised and have all the scientists. Well, eventually he's going to lose it or go for it. So I'm going to lose it or go for it. Okay, these corrupt, pervert corporations put you into office because they groomed you and realized you would do what they want you to do, and then I would trust you, and you'd let me down, and then I would lose it. I didn't lose it. I'm just like, seriously? Okay. So, but you do know they have, okay. Even if they destroy all the surveillance, you still have quantum computing. You have the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. You have a turd bag that gets together with people believing that money's real and accepting genocide over conflict over money. You don't need any surveillance. It's right there in front. It's 3 feet in front of you, okay? Mushu? Or I can't remember. What's Eddie Murphy's name in the Mulan there? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't have a copy of it, y'all, so I ain't seen it in like forever. So yeah. It was one of my favorites, and my boy David, who was a typical kid till about 13, then he got a vaccination, and it caused him to be autistic. It was one of his favorite movies. He used to want to watch it all the time. Yeah, he had a crush on Mulan. It's like, hey, I understand you, cartoon characters. Yeah, because she's such a neat person. And such a nice person. And so, well, if you really want to see her, she's June with Highest Quality Heart on Joy Luck Club. I don't think, yeah, she's pretty much similar character. She's a similar character on Joy Luck Club. She's cute. She's very cute. She's more fun to look at in person than in artist drawing, because she's a real person. She actually burps and lets Waverly have the highest correlated crab. Now, Waverly is really good looking, right? But June's a nicer person. She's less shallow. June's a sweetheart. Mimi, right? But they're all just acting, right? In real life, Waverly could be really sweet and, they're hurting their feelings. And June could be a stuck-up snob. Kind of like Howard's War. What a nice guy. No, he's not. He's kind of a jerk. But he really is cute. He's a good actor. Just forgive, debt, and trespass, and love one another, eternal faithful peace, and then act like you never have to put on a show for anything ever again because you're no longer a turd bag. Stuff like that, Hey, cranky. I'm cranky. I hate watching these assholes get all dressed up in their bullshit and mass murder each other because a bunch of other guys get their rocks off on. Yeah, man, that really pisses me off at Barack Hussein Obama. He had the opportunity by July. I set it up January 22nd, 2013. I worked my ass off. I didn't just work off my ass, taking on all that bullshit and breaking 5 federal laws and having to put up with all that sexual predication and manipulation from special forces, from my poor little wife. And they just fucked her to have a dick measuring contest with me. None of them stayed with her. They all just fucked her. What are you going to do? If I had called, you already knew. No, they didn't. No. I think a lot of people are that stupid. They literally want to, I want to see how good I am. Okay, stand up for a Lord's Prayer. Okay, well, then you're just not very good, are you? I want to see how good. I know you want to see how good you are. Stand up for a Lord's Prayer with me. Well, then you're just not any good, are you? Hey, Pope Leo, how's it going? You going to end up like Francis the Mule? Okay. Clint Eastwood? They have the thing on the news, just like, why didn't Bruce Willis stand up? Maybe that's why he lost his mind. Maybe he wanted to stand up for a Lord's Prayer, but he didn't feel he could because he was too afraid. Why? Guys, once you stand up for a Lord's Prayer, all's forgiven. Because we were all being guilty, You have to forgive your brother of your trespass if you want your father to forgive you of yours. Okay? Right? Quorum of the 12, right? Vatican, right? Pentagon, right? So you have to look at the other assholes and say, okay, I forgive you of your trespass. But he killed my brother. Okay, your brother killed himself because he wouldn't stand up for a Lord's Prayer of your father, Earl. Ding dong, ding dong. Hi-ho, this is Kermit the Frog. This is Guy Smiley with a Muppet News Flash. Right, Jim Henson? Yeah. Why didn't you get on TV? You had the opportunity. You could have said, This is ridiculous, and what I did was ridiculous. Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. is a beautiful, perfect man, and I want to be more like him every day. Or you could be like that leaping fox in the snow. It's a cute one. Who took that one? I don't know. It's cute. I can't read it. Let me see. What's the name of it? Imam Wei. Is Wei the surname? So is it put in English translation? So it's Wei Imam? I'm not sure. Well, that's how you say in other cultures, like Chinese cultures. Yao Ming. Okay. It's like a Siakam Pascal. Okay. That's how you would say Pascal Siakam's name in Cameroon. They say family name first, then surname. I mean, if surname first, then your name. So they would say Siakam Pascal. That's why I always refer to Pascal Siakam as Siakam Pascal, and Siakam James, his brother, stuff. And so I refer to him that way because that's the way they introduce themselves, and because it's their family. Family first. Okay. He's about to make me cry. Dang you, Pascal, you little dork. His dad passed away. I know. My mom. Yeah, we've all lost a lot of people, but when we live the Lord's Prayer, I was watching a thing of a funeral home with these people that are dying from all the chemical poisoning and stuff, and then having to make lots of money off of getting rid of people's bodies. And you have to realize, well, your body, you either cremate it or put it naturally to decompose somewhere where it can healthily promote the ecosystem. And that's hard to do with the population at the numbers we have it. So cremation is probably your best bet. You don't need to go to a rock and talk to a rock that you didn't listen to, and they didn't listen to you while you're alive because you were too busy thinking about how you were going to get your next buck for your next fuck. Okay? So don't do that. Life is eternal and grace is infinite. Okay? When I talk to my mom in prayer, I talk to my mom in prayer. We don't talk very much. It was hard on her. She knew that her boy was going to be abused all the hell and back. She tried to talk me out of it numerous times. And I was like, nah, Mom. Because children need to live the Lord's Prayer. It's perfecto. And I'm not afraid of being abused by perverts to help children not grow up to be perverts. Yes. It's not that hard. Okay, guys. It's real easy. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Just submit to peace. And I got your special forces right here. Use the force, Luke. Oh, yeah, Frank Oz again. Hi, this is Kermit. No, I think that's Jim Henson. No, Kermit. No, yeah, Jim Henson's Kermit, right? But Grover is Frank Oz, right? I think Frank Oz is Grover. Is he Cookie Monster too? I know he's Yoda, right? Okay. All right, y'all. Peace out, man.